Who's given permission for this freedom camping?
It's private property!
I am a big advocate for more freedom camping options. Let people spread out rather than all congregate into one area. You see a lot of freedom camping has been shut down around the country, and they'll leave one allocated place that just gets crammed with everybody trying to keep to the rules, trying to do the right thing, but the spaces have just been taken away. So I'm all about more spaces, more infrastructure. I thought that was what the $100 that everyone has to pay to enter New Zealand was about. That is about putting those infrastructures in to make people be tidy where they camp. Hey everyone, if you're new here, I'm Mike, and we're starting this week's adventure off with a bit of a conversation about freedom camping, the rules, the restrictions, and what can be done about it. I know there's a few passionate people around with some thoughts and views on this, and we'd love your feedback. But this video is also about our time freedom camping here at Pukehina Beach with our friends who also travel with their kids. And we had a blast exploring and playing here, as well as out in the local area, because there's quite a lot of awesome things to be seen and done here. So stick around and feel free to contribute your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. But otherwise, let's begin. Hey, if you're new here, my name's Mike. Our family, we live in this caravan. We've been traveling around New Zealand for 4 years now, and we've really enjoyed freedom camping all over the country. We've stayed at so many different places. And this episode's the first time that we've not actually fit. We always try and arrive at a good time, but there was no room for us. And we're actually crammed in this tiny little car park, and they only allocate 5 spaces. And it just feels like it's getting really difficult, isn't it, when we're traveling around in our own country and there's just not enough space. Surely there needs to be something done. Now recently, the government introduced a $100 tourist tax, which was for high touristed areas to get better infrastructure put into place. Most of that money, we've found out, has actually gone back into advertising to get more people traveling through New Zealand. We also, our friend Shelley Evans took some photos recently at a freedom camp around Pukaki and at Tekapo, and just look at how crammed in everyone is. There used to be a lot more places to camp in this area, but they've reduced it all down to just a couple of spots. And people are trying to do the right thing. They're trying to stay in the allocated spaces, but does it really feel like freedom camping when you're squashed in like sardines like this? And many of the rental companies are charging like $200-300 a day for renting these camper vans out, but they're not contributing anything. They're promoting the freedom camping in these beautiful locations, but what's the contribution from them? They take hundreds of dollars a day from people, and they're not really giving anything back. Our observation over our years of traveling around is that freedom camps have not had people toileting in them, leaving their rubbish behind. We've noticed it hasn't really been the freedom campers, maybe a few times. We've noticed it a lot from people day tripping, people that are just driving through, come into a rest area, come into a reserve, go toilet in the bush, leave their big bag of rubbish that they've brought out there, and it seems that freedom campers are often the ones that take the blame for that, and the area will get closed down because freedom campers are ruining it, when I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Have you witnessed this yourself? I personally am a big advocate for freedom camping. I probably prefer the term responsible camping better, because you can be in a caravan like this that has everything and still be an irresponsible camper, or you can just be in a little slider van and be very responsible too. So it's often about the people. It's about being a responsible camper more than a freedom camping space. And I don't know if just a couple of people that might break the rules should get to have an area closed down for the rest of us that are using them properly. With the $100 that is charged to each tourist that comes into New Zealand, wouldn't it be great to see that money invested in infrastructure? I think that most freedom campers just would like a toilet, would like rubbish bins provided, and maybe a sink for dishes. That would be the most basic needs that people need. That'd be wonderful. Over the springtime, we had some really great experiences on the Waikato River. Hot showers, barbecues, rubbish, recycling, waterfront freedom camping, and big open reserves help yourself. And what a great asset that is for people who are traveling around to be able to use these big open reserves and be able to have a great experience doing a traditional core thing that we used to do way back in the day. It's slowly been more and more restricted, and other places, Southland does it really great. There's areas in Canterbury that have amazing big reserves, freedom camp. Go and park, be responsible. But it just seems it's getting harder and harder. I don't know. Anyway, I'll just leave it at that. Let's get into this adventure. Please tell us what you think about that, and yeah, we'll hear from you. Well, we've been at Pukehina Beach a good chunk of the day today, and we've been waiting for a spot. There's only enough space for 5 vehicles here, and finally someone's come over and said, hey, I am actually going to go. We've asked everyone if they were staying or leaving. Someone said they are going to go, so we can finally go and squeeze in. So let's go and get our spot. There's actually 2 or 3 other vans that have turned up in the last hour or so as well, looking and hoping that someone's going to move out. So it's pretty busy out here. Grateful to be in with our friends now. There's not anywhere else in the area that we would be able to fit. Well, you can see it's pretty busy here. It's such good weather, but it's not normally, this is not normally a place that many people come to. So surprised that it's so busy on a Sunday here.
We're back hanging out with our bus mates, and their Sunday night tradition is to make pizzas, and so cutting up some ingredients and looking forward to enjoying yum pizzas and maybe some beers later.
Stoked to be with mates, eating yum homemade pizza, and the pizzas just kept coming. The sun was out and definitely time to capture some of the scenery and have some fun.
Just before you go to sleep, I wanna tell you a few things. Treat a stranger just the same as the ones with your last name. And there'll be a boy who'll break your heart, but you'll look back and thank the stars. And when you cross and look both ways, believe in every word you say. There's time to get going, the way it's showing. This world is yours and mine. Change is coming, so let the sun in. Life's running right, life's running right on time.
Good morning everybody, it is a beauty day here at the beach, not a breath of wind. The ocean's flat, let's go and have a look. With that sun shining, it was time to get the rod and the drone out and enjoy this still and sunny day. Man, was it hot. So get the drone out. I was lucky enough to be sent the new Eru hand controller with its own built-in screen, which means that I don't have to use my phone for a screen anymore, which is nice, especially when I want to record some content on my phone. This is the first time using it, so I'll tell you a bit more about it after some use. But I only got prawns for bait, so it's a bit expensive to buy bait these days, but prawns seem to work well. Isn't it just the most amazing day? The kids were all getting their wetsuits on, ready to come down for a swim in the waves.
Just before you say goodnight, kiss your mom and hold on tight. And at the end of every day, don't regret a thing you say. There's time to get going, just take it slow. All else will work out fine. Change is coming, birds are humming. Life's running right, life's running right on time. Right on time.
Just got this little guy, which we'll use for bait later, save us buying a bag at the shop for 18 bucks. This'll do good.
Just before you go to sleep, don't forget to brush your teeth. When it comes to pushing,
I'm a bit torn at the moment. Just got this nice trevally off the beach with the drone, but the sunset looks like it's going to be epic, and I think I'm going to go and capture the sunset. Would you rather see me reel in a fish or show you a fish, or see a sunset? I'll go and show you what it looks like out there. I chose wrong. Not the best sunset, but we caught a huge rig shark at the beach, which I didn't record. And we also were given 2 massive slabs of yellowfin tuna, so we were ready for a seafood feast tomorrow. So the seafood out here has been going off. Like, we just had someone turn up, give us 2 big slabs of yellowfin tuna. How good is that? So we got one of these and this one here. So our friends over in the bus next door, they're gonna, oh gosh, they're dropping it everywhere. They're gonna cook it up with some sesame seeds, and it should be yum for dinner tonight with some rig and some raw fish trevally. Awesome. The boys also gathered a stack of cockles out of the estuary and they were busy preparing them and getting them out of the shell.
Got heaps of cockles so I could eat them.
Where did you get them?
In the estuary.
They're heaps.
Yeah.
And then a feast of raw fish, onion, tomato, lemon juice and coconut cream. My first time making this with a bit of help from our friend Jazz. Alright, well the day has continued to be sunny and beautiful. Go and see this dinner that we've got. That's all, well there's a lot of seafood there, it looks yum. So loads of salads, a raw fish, sesame seed tuna, battered rig and cockles. Living like kings and queens. Alright, we've come down to the beach, we've put the lines out. Might be another nice sunset. We've eaten some good fish today, so hopefully we can back that up tomorrow. Right, we're on to our first fish. Always good fishing at this time of the night, eh? Unfortunately, Rob was going to lose this one in the surf, but he did manage to land himself another one a little bit later on. And what a night tonight to have a nice sunset, eh? Look at that sky. Hey everyone, well the Freedom camping area is cleaned out now. We've got some quite big swell out at sea. It's changed a lot overnight from fishing yesterday. But I just wanted to say about the Freedom camping space. So I don't know what you guys think, but there's like quite a big car park here, but they only allocate 5 car parking spaces for people, which I think's a little bit unfair. Would it not be better to just make this whole space? It makes it a little bit more simple for people to know that this is the part for camping, and then all this stuff over here is day use car parking. But makes it a bit tricky, especially if you're in a big caravan or a bus, because these sites are kind of really only made for small vans. I think they think that just because we are in a caravan or a bus that we've got heaps of money and we can just pay to stay at a proper campground, where that just isn't the case. We don't have a lot of money to do things like that at all. So all the way along the strip there's 4 places you can camp, and they're all just tiny little car parks like this, but lucky that this is a bit of a bigger turning area. Anyway, I feel like a big moaner right now, but I'm sure many of you have memories of less rigid times camping. And over our 4 years, it feels like it's getting harder to stay within the rules. This car park though has loads of room and isn't used too much other than surf club sessions on a Sunday and the summer holidays. But anyway, off to our next location. Alright, we're back at one of our favourites, Matata. I'm not going to show too much Matata. We did a video here recently, but we are going to head to a spot called Braemer Springs. It's a fresh water spring, supposed to be really cold. The sea is super rough out there, not safe for swimming, not even for adults, so I wouldn't get in there. So we're going to go up the road. It's just stunning weather, hot, 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 but we need to cool off big time. With a rough, unsafe ocean, it was an easy 12 kilometres to this fresh, icy water spring that goes into the Tarawera River. Looks like this water is used for town supply as well. There's quite a lot of other people here cooling off on a hot day. Alright, we're back, we've cooled off after that swim at the spring, and the kids have set up what we're calling the slum. They're over here in the barracks here that they've created for themselves. It's all enclosed. No policing can take place here.
This is private property, no trespassing.
If I get on YouTube.
Who's given permission for this freedom camping?
It's private property!
No trespassing.
We don't need none of that.
Good morning everybody. Pretty rowdy campers over there the last night. spewing up at about 7:30 when we were having dinner over too much alcohol consumption. But today we are headed off to the Tarawera Falls. Haven't been there for so many years, part of the Tarawera Ultra Marathon course, which I've run a few times, so it'll be cool to go back there, try and walk all the way up to Lake Tarawera to the outlet. It's a pretty impressive bit of scenery through there, so looking forward to heading in, and what a day for it. Planning to do heaps of swimming in the river along the way. Got to come to the Kawara Information Centre to get a permit to access the Tarawera Forest to get to the falls. It costs $10 for a vehicle. Sweet, got our permit. You need one of these. There's usually security at the gates to the entrance to the Tarawera Forest, so we're good to go. And from here it takes about 30 minutes to get to the car park of the Tarawera Falls.
Gazed along, my eyes fell on a simple kind of truth. From what I could see, the scenery is best surrounding you. It's a love I can't explain, it's a love we can't explain. And what's the use, as we both knew. All the days just melt away through the echoes of the trees. Carved a heart in oak tree bark, our initials in between. Oh, I just can't look away. No, I just can't look away. Still can't believe that you fell for me. And tomorrow's light will still be thick as thieves.
Awesome, well we made it. Pretty dusty road getting out here, it's been so dry. This waterfall is only accessible actually on this road on the weekends and public holidays. So during the week it's logging trucks and forestry vehicles only. You can access the walking trail at the outlet of Lake Tarawera, and from there it's about 4 kilometres to the waterfall. From this end it's 800 metres to the waterfall. The waterfall's so impressive because the river actually disappears underground and pokes back out in the middle of the hillside. If the water level is low, the top waterfall may not be flowing, but today it was pumping. I love how you can hear the sound of the thunder of the falls.
You and I together and everything. This is where we belong. This is where we belong. Oh, this is where we belong. This is where we belong. Found a little home, a place to roam, the arc of fate and time. Caught relief from summer's teeth in the river neath the pines. 'Cause tomorrow's just the name for the memories we can make, and that's alright. Your hand in mine, in the morning light will still be thick as thieves. 'Cause you and I can conquer anything.
Absolutely stunning waterfall. Just isn't more impressive than I remember. Maybe as I get older I appreciate these kinds of things more, but it's super cool. Alright, change of plan. My back's gone out. Jay's just run back to get my little spare dose of pain relief medications for my back. We're 1.5 kilometres from the truck. So we'll take some of these and then hopefully we can get up without too much issues and slowly get back to the truck. This back issue of mine is night and day, from having no back pain to feeling like I've been shot with a gun, and then any movement is putting 240 volts of electricity running through my lower back until I'm still and it settles down. This episode was the least bad of experience. 3 years ago I was on the caravan floor for over 8 hours unable to get up due to the extreme electricity running through my back. Not a fun situation to be in when you're out here in the middle of nowhere. Luckily the kids were able to enjoy a swim in the river, which was a big part of what we had planned today because there's so many great swimming holes.
There's you and I together and everything. This is where we belong. This is where we belong. Oh, this is where we belong. This is where we belong.
Then the potholed gravel road back out to Kawara. We also plan to stop off for a swim at the free hot pools here in town. You literally just walk in and help yourself. There's even lifeguards here. Hard to believe that this is free. What an amazing community asset, and great for campers because they even have some hot showers.
Found a little home, a place to roam, the arc of fate and time. Summer's teeth in the river neath the pines, 'cause tomorrow's just the name for the memories we can make.
Then back to camp where the kids played with their mates, I rested, and the weather cooled down a little bit, which was nice. Alright everyone, back's recovered quite a lot now, but we're going to head into Rotorua. Got a doctor's appointment, packing up here at Matata, and yeah, we're pretty much getting ready for Christmas, so we'll see you in our next episode. Who knows where we will be. Matata, maybe we'll be on our way to the South Island. Not sure, but okay, see you later. But thanks for watching. Let us know what you think about freedom camping. Has freedom camping got too big for New Zealand and too intrusive to local areas? Has it become too restrictive with too many rules? Do we have too many tourists here, or has our own population grown so much bigger that we're literally swamping public spaces? Or are freedom campers actually the problem, disrespecting areas, toileting in the bushes, and leaving rubbish? Let us know what you've seen and what you've experienced, and write in the comments. We'll see you in our next episode.